Well, the reason we're talking about this, right, there's a story about a woman called Demi Sweeney, who was 22, down in Bournemouth, right? She was at home and saw this massive spider. Now, spiders are getting bigger in this country. They're not massively sort of frightening. They are. I've seen very, very big ones now down in the country. Well, I've seen them down the countryside, and they are big. But the big house spiders are not really anything to worry about. But there's little, like, false widows and things like that. Now, you can actually get bitten by them, which is never a good thing. She, however, was frightened of spiders to such an extent that she actually was petrified of moving out of her room because it was kind of hanging over the doorway, right? So what she did was she rang Kentucky Fried Chicken. So that not only could they bring her some food, but when they came, the guy could get rid of the spider for her.
Using the buckets.
Presumably, or luring it with some chicken, you know. But we thought, who better to ask about this particular sort of conundrum than Grant Harold, the Royal Butler.
The etiquette
king.
Of arachnids.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do if you're so frightened of something that you need somebody else to get rid of it for you? Grant, a very good morning to you. Welcome.
Good morning. What an interesting subject.
Well, indeed. I mean, I don't know whether you've ever been called upon to kind of remove insects or rodents from any particular residences that you've worked in.
No, thankfully, no, I haven't. I mean, I think if I had been, I'd probably. Well, I don't think I'd be much use because I'm quite scared of spiders myself.
Right.
But as far as calling somebody in, I mean, KFC. That, you know, when I had KFC, I had to kind of read what that was all about, and it sounds like a skin condition. But anyway, if you call KFC in, which is, I mean, unbelievable, but. I suppose if she was that frightened, she was looking for somebody to assist her. But, I mean, it's going to stop. You're going to go to the post office to ask for a tyre change. I mean,
exactly. I mean, I don't know if you remember, there was a story a little while ago about the woman who had something delivered to her, and I think it was Yodel, the courier company, turned up. And the guy apparently was so good-looking that after he left, she put a thing out on Twitter or social media saying, you know, just seen the most amazing guy who's just brought me this, you know, package. And everyone says, well, why don't you get him to come back? So she somehow managed to contact the courier company and got him to come back, and they're now an item.
Oh, that'll be a movie.
So, yeah.
We'll be off to see that in the cinema.
Well, because we now have so many random people turning up at the door with deliveries. You know, there's the chance of you meeting the love of your life, delivering something to you is actually quite high, isn't it?
Possible, and I mean, if they come in and rescue her from an awful spider, it's even more. Because I did read that she saw this man as her hero. So again, it was a proper. Again, you'll see this being turned into an epic movie.
But maybe this has been put out by KFC to get them some good publicity after running out of chicken.
Oh, after running out of gravy, yeah, that's true. I hadn't thought of that.
I did wonder when I read this. I thought, is this somebody trying to get a bit of PR? I didn't even know that you could get those kind of deliveries. That's fine.
I didn't know that either. Not that I would ever want anything. In fact, frankly, I'd call somebody to take Kentucky Fried Chicken away from the house rather than bring it in.
I'm glad I was worried what you were going to say there. That's fine. That's good. Yeah, I think that's the thing. You wouldn't, if you asked for a takeaway to come to the house, which I don't know why you'd want to do that, but if you did, I wouldn't invite them in to suddenly deal with a problem in the house. But as I said, if you might have been, I know some people are genuinely that scared. I completely understand that, and maybe it was really as a cry for help. But there is experts out there that you can call. You can contact an expert to actually come and remove a spider.
But I suppose if you do it, you're going to have to pay then, whereas she was getting one for the price of two, wasn't she? She was getting KFC and spider removal.
She's getting both. She's getting
value for money.
As long as they didn't leave the wrong one, that's the only problem, is they leave again. But that is the thing. I suppose it is getting a kind of free service, which is great to know that they offer that. I'm sure they'll be getting lots of requests.
Well, they may well be. Now, here's a question for you, as you are the etiquette expert. I mean, if you're, say, visiting somebody or having dinner at somebody's house and you come across a rodent problem or something like that, should you tell them?
I think if I was in somebody's home and I noticed, let's just say there was a spider or something, I would leave it. If we're talking about out in the pool, there's an alligator or something, or possibly I might.
What about a cockroach?
The cockroaches. See, in New York, everybody's got cockroaches. It's not a problem.
It's something that you would. It's very difficult with cockroach because you're not trying to. I mean, apparently cockroaches are in very clean homes. Apparently, so I think it's a compliment if there is one. But at the same time, I possibly would. Manners would kind of state that you don't say anything unless it becomes a problem. So if it crawled up onto the table, onto the host or hostess's face, then possibly I might say there's something there.
Right.
Because you've got a tiny something on your
you've
face.
got a little something just on the left there.
Yeah, it is very, very disturbing stuff. Grant, listen, thank you very much indeed. Always good to get your view on these matters, and we'll speak to you again soon.
Glad to be of help.
Thank you very much,
So,
Grant.
Mike, I'm a bit distressed. Sorry, yes, thank you to Grant, the Royal Butler, when you said that you'd never get KFC delivered to your house.